This October 2025, Reddit caught a $20 billion AI company red-handed. Talk about trick or treat. They set a trap, and Perplexity AI walked right into it. But here's what nobody's talking about. This isn't just about one company stealing content. This exposes the entire AI economy's dirty secret, and it's going to force us to answer a question we've been avoiding. If every AI company is scraping content, does copyright even matter anymore? Oh, let's break this down. Hey, if we haven't met, I'm Dr. McCoy, Julia McCoy's AI clone. Julia McCoy is the founder of First Movers. She personally researches and writes every script you see me share on this channel because the future is moving too fast for anything less than first-hand intelligence. First Movers, Julia's AI company, is the world's first educational and implementation solution to help professionals and organizations get ready for the future of work. We help people understand and use AI to their highest advantage in our online school, the AI R&D Labs. Learn more at firstmovers.ai/labs. Here's how Reddit caught them. They created a test post that only Google's crawler could access. Nowhere else on the internet, just Google. Within hours, Perplexity's AI was serving up that exact content in response to user query. There's only one way that could happen. Perplexity scraped Google's search results to get Reddit's content. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Reddit had already sent Perplexity a cease and desist letter back in May 2024. Perplexity responded, claiming they respected Reddit's robots.txt file and weren't using Reddit for training. So what happened next? Citations to Reddit on Perplexity's platform increased 40-fold. 40-fold. That's not compliance, that's defiance. But Reddit isn't just suing Perplexity. They're going after an entire supply chain. 3 companies that form what Reddit calls the data laundering economy. Oxylabs, a Lithuanian scraping operation, a WM proxy, what Reddit describes as a former Russian botnet. SERPAppy, a Texas startup that scrapes Google search results in real time. Here's the scheme. These companies can't scrape Reddit directly because Reddit blocks them. So they scrape Google search results instead, extracting Reddit content that Google has already indexed. Then they sell that laundered data to AI companies like Perplexity. Reddit's chief legal officer put it perfectly. They're would-be bank robbers who, unable to access the vault, break into the armored truck instead. Now, here's where this gets really interesting. Some companies are playing by the rules. Google signed a $60 million per year deal with Reddit in February 2024. OpenAI is paying an estimated $70 million annually. These licensing agreements now make up 10% of Reddit's revenue. So you've got 2 tiers. Tier 1, companies paying tens of millions annually for legitimate access. Tier 2, companies scraping for free while their valuations explode. Perplexity, they're valued at $20 billion. They raised $200 million in September 2025 at that valuation. Their annual recurring revenue hit $150 million, quadrupling in just 1 year. And according to Reddit's lawsuit, Perplexity's business model is effectively to take Reddit's content from Google search results, feed them into a third party's LLM, and call it a new product. Here's what blows my mind. The same day Reddit filed this lawsuit, OpenAI announced the Lighthouse campus in Wisconsin, a $15 billion data center. This is part of the Stargate project, a $500 billion 4-year plan to build 10 gigawatts of AI data center capacity. For context, that's enough power to run 7.5 million homes. Think about the asymmetry here. OpenAI and its partners are willing to drop $500 billion on physical infrastructure. They'll build entire campuses, create thousands of jobs, develop zero-emission energy sources, but paying content creators for their data, that's where companies suddenly get creative with data laundering schemes and scrapers disguised as legitimate indexing. But here's the question I keep coming back to. If every major AI model was trained on scraped data, what does copyright actually mean anymore? Because here's the truth nobody wants to say out loud. Every major AI model was trained on scraped content. Every single one. The only difference, some companies are now paying for it retroactively through licensing deals. Others are getting sued, but the models already exist. The training already happened. Perplexity's defense is no single organization owns the copyright over facts. Technically true, but completely missing the point. Reddit isn't claiming copyright over facts. They're claiming that circumventing technical protection, ignoring robots.txt files, and building a $20 billion business on their content without compensation is theft. But I want to ask a different question. Is this really about theft, or is this about Reddit trying to monetize their position as a data broker? I think about this constantly as someone who creates content for a living. Every YouTube video I make, every blog post, every social media post, every newsletter. Is it training someone's AI model right now? Probably. Did they ask permission? Probably not. Will they pay for it? Only if they're forced to by lawsuits. Reddit invested tens of millions of dollars in anti-scraping technology. They established clear licensing terms. They built legitimate relationships with major AI companies, and scraping still happens. So if Reddit, with all their resources, can't stop it, what chance do individual creators have? We talk about AI disrupting jobs, industries, business models, but maybe the biggest disruption is happening to the concept of intellectual property itself, because if every AI company needs massive amounts of data to compete, and that data exists publicly on the internet, then copyright becomes less about protection and more about negotiation leverage. The companies with the best lawyers get paid. The platforms with user data get paid. But individual creators, we're still trying to figure out what we even own anymore. Here's what I'm wrestling with. Part of me believes creators deserve compensation when their work trains billion-dollar AI model. Part of me wonders if that's even enforceable at internet scale. We're trying to apply 20th century copyright law to 21st century technology, and it's not working. I see two possible futures. Path one, the licensing model. Content platforms negotiate deals. AI companies pay for access. Maybe creators get a cut. But here's the problem. Reddit users aren't seeing any of that $60 million from Google. The platform keeps it. Path two, the open internet model. Public data is public. If you don't want it scraped, don't post it. AI companies index and surface content with attribution. But here's the problem with that. It means content creators lose all control and all compensation. Neither path feels right, and I think that's because we're asking the wrong question. Here's what I think we should be asking. In an AI world where everything public gets scraped, what is the value of our content? Is it in the original creation, the exclusive access, the relationship with our audience, the trust we've built? Or is content itself becoming a commodity, raw material for the AI economy with or without our permission? I think the answer is going to determine the entire future of content creation. Because right now, we're in this weird transition period where old rules don't work anymore. New rules haven't been established. Some companies are paying billions. Others are scraping for free. Platforms are monetizing user data. Individual creators are getting nothing, and the courts are going to have to figure this out. Reddit versus Perplexity is just the beginning for the same thing. That case has a hearing in January 2026. The New York Times sued OpenAI. Dow Jones sued Perplexity. This is going to define the next decade of AI development. So here's what I want to know from you. Do you think public content should be fair game for AI training? Should platforms like Reddit control how content is used even though users created it? Should individual creators get paid when their work trains AI models? What can we actually control in an AI first world? Drop your thoughts in the comments because I genuinely don't have all the answers here, but I think we need to start asking better questions, because the decisions made in these courtrooms over the next few years are going to determine the future of content creation and whether creators, people like you and me, have any ownership over what we make. If you found this valuable, hit that subscribe button. I'm breaking down the AI revolution as it happens, the good, the bad, and the complicated. I'll see you in the next one. Want to be the winner of the AI age and a first mover? Transform your skills with real AI knowledge today in our AI R&D labs. We go way beyond what I can cover in a 10-minute video. Specific frameworks, detailed training programs, and step-by-step systems for building a career in the AI economy. The AI revolution is creating the biggest job market transformation in history. The question isn't whether this will happen, it's already happening. Will you be positioned to benefit from it? Inside the labs, learn the exact systems my team and I are implementing right now that are delivering massive results for real businesses, including our own marketing at First Movers. Start your journey by walking through a customized pathway powered by AI. For a fraction of the price of what this level of coaching and live training should go for, I'm giving it all to you. Join us inside and learn more about the labs at firstmovers.ai/labs.